Alright, y'all. We're back down memory lane. Childhood shows. I made a video not too long ago about childhood video games that I've played, and that got me really excited to talk about some of my favorite shows that I grew up on. And the beauty of the last video was, while making this video, is finding other stuff that I forgot. And I think, to be honest, there is a lot more content here than in the childhood video games video. I think I have around 77 shows, nearly 80 shows here. So let's not waste time, man. Let's just go straight to it. Compared to the childhood games video, I managed to separate them between different gaming consoles, and I could do that with like channels, but I'm just gonna go straight up. We got Go Diego Go, bro. I remember having a freaking costume and wearing it. This I had to pull out of the trenches. Ubi. I totally forgot this show existed, but wow, I do remember watching this a lot. Charlie and Lola. A classic. Who remembers the strawberry milk? Hey, Blue's Clues was legendary, especially when they were drawing. Like, they were so satisfying to watch. Wonder Pets, an underrated childhood classic. My introduction to Batman is thanks to my dad. Made me watch the Adam West one. Curious George clocks out. I had my Curious George phase. Rugrats. Honestly, one of the best intros to any show. And man, this was an experience. Who remembers Wow Wow Wubbzy? He did his thing. Oswald, oh my god, Oswald! More people should be like Oswald. Clifford the Big Red Dog, yeah, he was an icon. And I'd say the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse had its run too. Sesame Street, aka Classic. The Magic School Bus is what you'd call a classroom classic. But wait, the Backyardigans? They were the standard. I watched Arthur here and there, it had its moments. Puka. Every time this show played, banger. OG Alvin and the Chipmunks had some swagger into it, I don't know. Anyone remember this Peppa Pig ripoff? Yeah, I was in a phase, I'm not gonna lie. Thomas the Train and his friends, probably easiest go-to toy. Just making train tracks and then just go from there, man. Who remembers Dragon Tales? Nah, Veggie Tales. Why was Veggie Tales dropping all these life lessons like that? Fanboy and Chum Chum. This might actually be like the first brain rot show. Garfield and his friends. Bro, I remember reading Garfield comics like every single day. Okay, back at the barnyard, like, I had way too much time on my hands. In my opinion, you missed out if you didn't watch Little Bill. Teletubbies. I remember my parents telling me I was hypnotized by this show. Yeah, Bob the Builder definitely had his moments. Max and Ruby is genuinely a staple in my life. Shout out Max. Kim Possible really is that girl. Kenan and Kel, what a classic. Orange Soda addiction went crazy. Back then, you couldn't miss 1 second of all that. That's So Raven never disappointed. Show was so crazy. Wizards of Waverly Place, bro, so weird but kinda cool at the same time. Adventure Time, sacred, beloved, treasured show. Courage the Cowardly Dog is a show I wished I watched more as a kid, but I still managed to watch some episodes and it was, man, spoke for itself. And I did not watch the OG Teen Titans. I know that's a huge L by me, but this show, you know, it had its good moments. I didn't really get to watch much OG Looney Tunes compared to the Looney Tunes show, but just like Teen Titans Go, it had its moments. I was crazy for Barney as a kid. I had all his merch. Fish Hooks was so random and unserious, which made it very funny. Maggie and the Ferocious Beast! Unforgettable, undeniably amazing show. This reminds me that I really was just watching anything back then, and Caillou, I don't know if I would show this to my kids. Future kids, I am not Unc. Yo, Zoom? Who remembers Zoom? Such a fun show to watch. Alright, maybe I am Unc. Lazy Town. Oh my gosh, how could I forget Lazy Town? Could not forget Lazy Town. The show was spectacular. Dora the Explorer, yep, instant automatic classic. Did anyone do it like her? Not really. Bro, Chowder, this show was so goofy, but always in a great, fun, funny way. Hey Arnold, okay, not only was this an amazing, like, serene show, oddly enough, but story time. When I watched this show, before it came on, I literally would always make these Eggo, like, syrup toaster sticks. Does anybody remember those?
Eggo stuffed French toaster sticks. You can rip them, but you don't need to dip them. Part of this nutritious breakfast.
Those were the best inventions ever made. Bro, screw everything else. That item of food, best thing to ever digest. And when Drake and Josh cooked, they cooked.
So go get the power saw. Okay, I will.
Miss Spider's Sunny Patch was such a good show, they could actually use that as spider propaganda. Sunny with a Chance, I feel like that was a good show. Bro, I knew I was going to get into a really fun, amazing, hectic show and shake it up with this meatball scene, bro. That had me dying for the longest time. Zoe 101. Man, this back then, this was like the startup. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Classic, instant childhood classic. And another great Power Rangers was Power Rangers SPD. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody was always a vibe. Show was so funny. Whoever is dissatisfied with Zack and Cody? No one. Fairly Odd Parents was the definition of cartoon, if you know what I mean. Like, it really was a staple. So many great things. They were just vibing. Austin and Ally was both funny and serious. Jimmy Neutron was a great show. So many funny moments, and now most of the stuff here is meme culture. That's how you know it was a classic. Phineas and Ferb. Man, this show, it's just like, man, you're just so glad to appreciate that, like, this exists. Was it trying to ride any waves? I don't think so, in my opinion. It had a lot of its own identity, which made it great. Who remembers Disney XD's Kickin' It? Surprisingly good show. And in my opinion, earlier Jessie was the funniest. Victorious was so funny. This bottle cap scene is the best. I don't know if y'all know Mighty Beat, but this show is so funny. Honestly, I might have to go back and watch it again.
An apple cobbler. Ooh, something for everyone. Très bien. Pre-chew to save time.
The Penguins of Madagascar? Yo, so much appreciation towards this show. Actually, I'm glad that, you know, everyone has their own shows that, like, this is my show. And I can definitely say that. Back then, this was my show. But the whole family knew this show. The Andy Griffith Show? Man, this was a staple. iCarly, one of the best shows we could have asked for. And I know, you know, they did not have the best, like, behind the scenes. So we just gotta give them the appreciation that they deserved. Because, like, this show, man, they really put it out for us. Teenage Robot, yo, this show always had a banger. Occasional bangers. The Amazing World of Gumball is like one of those shows that like solidified itself as we were growing up.
I love you. He's beautiful.
Thank you so much. Here's a 20.
Gravity Falls still to this day is amazing. I recently started rewatching it and dude, it's genuinely timeless. There's a lot of things I feel like as adults when we look back and it's like, man, I remember this being better. And it's like, well, yeah, you were a kid. But with Gravity Falls, like recently, like it's still a great, funny show. This girl Miley Cyrus revolutionized our childhoods with Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana was like the pinnacle Disney Channel moment you could possibly ever achieve. Scooby-Doo, instant classic. I'm just telling you right now, straight away, banger ultimate classic. And here's the thing, there are some good Scooby-Doos and there are some lackluster Scooby-Doos. If you want to be safe, choose the OG Scooby-Doo. It'll never let you down. Again, with the Amazing World of Gumball, regular show was one of those shows that like literally uplifted you as you were growing out of being a kid into a teenager. I don't know, during this time of releases, it was like a test to see how well you actually could make a show. And regular show became a legendary show. Top 10 all time. Tom and Jerry, bro. It never fails to make me laugh. not one word spoken. I mean, most of the time, because, you know, sometimes they do speak, but they do not need to speak in order to be entertaining, wild, hectic, crazy, all of those vocab words, man. Like, this show will always get a laugh out of me. Truly one of the best animated shows ever. And I don't think it's any surprise here, SpongeBob, the GOAT, legendary childhood show, especially the OG SpongeBob, because the OG SpongeBob in the beginning, straight away, it had a different vibe, different atmosphere, different everything towards it. It was so original, so creative, it had really good actors, and as you grow older, you were able to recognize things you didn't before. Hey, why is Squidward like this? And then you understand why Squidward is like this. There are many cool elements like that in SpongeBob, but it truly is such a funny, legendary, meme-worthy show. You know, a show hits you home and really stapled your childhood when you're able to quote any line from the show. SpongeBob offers so many unforgettable legends. And that's the end of the video. Now I know a lot of people will have different opinions, different answers, different shows that they have watched. It's like, what? How could you have never watched this show? And I did not put Avatar in here. And I know Avatar is an instant classic, but listen, I'm kind of glad that I didn't watch Avatar in my childhood. I was a very dumb kid. So I'm able to appreciate and recognize things when I did watch Avatar for the first time that I definitely wouldn't have in my childhood. And it definitely elevated my experience along the way and at the end, because it became my all-time favorite show. Let me know your favorite childhood shows and your all-time favorite show.